Welcome, it's denome. So Ethereum just had a successful merge. So now we are living in a post Ethereum 2.0 world. And what does it mean? What actually happened in the markets? And what's going to happen in the next 6 months to 12 months? We're actually going to talk about in this video. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer update of different things that's going on and things that were affected by this Ethereum merge. And we're also going to touch just slightly what happened with the Celsius network, because they actually have a lot of staked Ethereum, and so we're going to talk about what's going to happen with the staked Ethereum that they actually had. They actually control a large amount of Ethereum. So we're going to talk about all of these things. But before we go to those, let's just quickly talk about the market update first. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, you can see we're still in this downward channel, and until we break through this, I will not go too bullish, but I'm making small trades with the goal of actually accumulating more Bitcoin. And that's what I did here. So I actually bought more Bitcoin at 19,700 for a few reasons. Even though we just touched this upper line here and then we had a dump, I just bought not too long ago, a few hours ago actually, Bitcoin. But anyway, the reasons are, if we take a look at this chart here, on the daily chart of Bitcoin, you can see this orange line here and here. So this is almost the same exact move that we are currently experiencing that we had before, and that was followed with a massive dump to the downside. So that could happen here again, but usually when you see these fractals, they actually play out in the opposite way. And if we take a look at the trading volume here, you can see the trading volume is now on the daily chart a little bit higher than it was here during this last time we were in this similar pattern. So for that reason, it looks like more people are interested in Bitcoin than they were just a few months ago, 3-4 months ago. So that's very good, because usually when volume starts trading upwards, it means that more people are coming back to the market, and that's usually a sign that we might start heading upwards. So this is could be one of those bottoming indicators. So that's one of the reasons why I actually just bought for even this small move that could happen, and then we take another dump. But if we go to the 1 hour chart, I usually don't use these very small time frames, but this time I made an exception. And on the 1 hour chart, you can see Bitcoin was making 3 lows here, and they were lower lows. But on the RSI indicator, which is the momentum indicator, shows that the momentum is actually going upwards. So what it means is that a reversal might happen when these are going in the opposite directions. And usually this is followed with a reversal. It's not 100% certain, but that's just a signal that there might be a reversal. Also, if we take a look at the trading volume, just on the hourly chart here, you can see the trading volume is actually trending down. So this usually means also that the selling pressure has exhausted. So a move to the upside, or even a swing to the upside, is possible. So what I'm not expecting, anything crazy, just like a 5-10% move for Bitcoin could be possible, and then we either break through it or we dump. But I'm looking to sell my position here and then repurchase it back later if we break through the upper boundary of this trend line. But just a small move that I'm expecting. Another thing that to look at is that we're just above this previous support line here, and we still have this strong support just below us here as well. So if that gets broken, then down we go, and my plan is basically just to use my reserve capital to buy at 14,000, 12,000 prices like that if we head lower. But right now I'm just planning to accumulate a little bit more Bitcoin here. So I was still doing these small trades during this time here. That was the basic plan here anyway. So that's basically for Bitcoin. Ethereum is basically looking exactly like Bitcoin. If you compare the two together with the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, this just shows which one is more valuable, Bitcoin or Ethereum. If you were just to trade between Ethereum and Bitcoin, you can see that you can actually make a lot of money if you have Ethereum here, then you hold Bitcoin on the downside, then you buy Ethereum again and you hold it, and then you have Bitcoin on the downside. You can actually just make money or accumulate more Bitcoin just using Ethereum Bitcoin chart. But this chart right now, it had a dump after the merge, so Ethereum is now basically considered a discount, and we're still above this trend line here. So above that, actually I'll take this one out, these are some weird lines. We're above that, that's pretty good. And also there's this support here as well that was respected here, it was respected here, and as you can see, it had a few touches here as well. So we're just above it as well. So Ethereum is actually could be even a better choice than Bitcoin, but personally I'm just buying Bitcoin and looking to buy some of the other altcoins out there that we'll talk about later in this video as well. And let's go actually talk about the merge itself next. So the merge, it went successfully, no hiccups, no problems, nothing like that. But the issue right now that I saw some people have is that 7 stakers on Ethereum are creating 2/3 of all the blocks so far. And 27.5% of Ethereum staked is on Lido, which is the DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, that issues the STETH token, which is staked ETH token. So you can actually stake Ethereum using a third party, or Lido in this case, and they will give you STETH. That's a representation 1-to-1 with Ethereum, but you can earn, I think that's 4% APR on your Ethereum if you stake it through Lido. And as you can see, a lot of people did it, and they've done the same with Coinbase. And these two pools together are almost, 42%, I think, something like that. 42%. Do I have to really calculate? Yeah, 42%. Sorry, I really had to calculate it. Anyway, 42% of all Ethereum voting power comes from these two sources. So it's quite centralized. So that's basically an issue for 51% attack potential, or some other shenanigans. So a lot of people are criticizing Ethereum for this reason right now. And people would want these to actually be a little bit more dispersed. So not most of the voting power is just in a handful of contracts. But anyway, this is the situation with Ethereum right now. I'm not happy about it, but honestly, I don't think it's the worst case scenario, because I was actually talking with the Lido on Telegram, or one of their representatives, and they said that they don't have any voting power on the Ethereum chain. So at least they cannot influence the outcome of what the Ethereum Foundation or the Ethereum DAO decides to do with the Ethereum chain. So at least they don't have that, at least from what they said. Discount me on the comments down below if you have better information than what I received. Also, from going forward, what will happen? So after the merge, we now have Ethereum, and we have Ethereum proof of work. So ETHW, you have been given this, and if you had Ethereum, for example, on an FTX, or if you had it on Binance, you can actually trade this ETHW. So this is just the old Ethereum, and right now it's trading at $12.5. So you can actually sell it or trade it or do whatever you want with it, but this is the old Ethereum proof of work that was hard forked into the Ethereum proof of stake. So the Ethereum proof of stake will now be known as just ETH. So the ticker ETH is Ethereum proof of stake. ETHW is the ticker for Ethereum proof of work. So if you had any Ethereum, you can actually sell it right now. That's pretty good. Just a little bit more money, but not really that much. This is like 1% of the value that Ethereum had. But anyway, it is something for you to consider to sell. And by the way, if you use exchanges like FTX or Binance, you can use a referral link down below this video to get a 5% or 10% discount on your trading fees. And also, just talking about the shenanigans that happened afterwards, a lot of the miners actually converted away from Ethereum into other proof of work chains. So for Ethereum Classic, they've actually experienced 400% rise in their hash rate. So these miners, they went to other chains, and Ethereum Classic coin has actually gone up 200% almost during the same period of time. And also Raven coin, they experienced 290% spike in the hash rate. Ergo had a hash rate go up about 730%. So if you want to, you can speculate with these Ethereum proof of work coins. I think a lot of these will crash just because all of these miners, they just are trying to find a new home. So there will eventually be an equilibrium, but right now it's not really makes sense for anyone who is mining, because suddenly there's 15 times more miners in some of these chains. So the rewards that the miners are getting are probably not enough even to cover the electricity costs. So a lot of these miners will go away, and the hype around these other coins will go away. So if you're looking to short something, you might want to do something now. I'm personally not touching shorting. It's just something I'm not doing. But if you want to, these coins are something you may want to take a look at. Also, nothing really happened with Ethereum. Nothing got improved yet. It's only that the how blocks are generated are through the proof of stake mechanism. So there will eventually be a Shanghai update. And one of the fears that people had for Ethereum is that the price would fall a lot, because the stakers can actually withdraw their stakes and sell it on exchanges. But that's actually not happened yet. So that will come with the Shanghai update, and they don't have a release date yet, but all the sources that I was looking for said that the Shanghai update will come in about 6 months to 12 months from now. So this will be in early 2023, sometime during 2023 is basically when the Shanghai update will come. And as you can see, one of the features is beacon chain withdrawals. And this will be important when I will soon talk about Celsius network, but also layer 2 fee reduction will come on this update. So 6 to 12 months, Ethereum looks like will be just doing what it has done in the past, and then we will have a slightly better Ethereum 2.0 Ethereum performance after that. So now let's actually talk about the Celsius situation. So if we take a look at the, let me see where it is, Ethereum here. So this is the contract that has the ST-ETH that the Lido DAO is actually issuing. And here are the holders for ST-ETH. And if you take a look at all of the ST-ETH and you take a look at this contract here, this is actually the contract for Celsius network, and they hold 9.5% of all ST-ETH. So if we open this one, 9.5, let's say call it 10%. So this contract here has 4.3 million ST-ETH tokens. And this is one of the reasons why Celsius network actually went under, because they were not able to sell these coins because they had too many ST-ETH coins out there for the Ethereum stake. So when other companies pulled their sold their ETH on the public market, the price of ST-ETH crashed and the liquidity was drawn out of the ST-ETH. So Celsius was not able to convert the ST-ETH into ETH and give it to the customers. So that's one of the reasons why Celsius actually went under. So if we take a look at the ST-ETH price here, I just put this in contrast to the price of Ethereum. So 1-to-1, as you can see, this is number 1 here. If the price is 1, you can convert ST-ETH into ETH at 1-to-1 ratio, and the price started to slip under here. It was 0.93, and at the worst time, this is when basically Celsius went under. ST-ETH was 0.4 per ETH. So you could make a serious arbitrage during this time if you were able to do it. I personally did not touch it, but this was the arbitrage opportunity here. And these STETH, they are still considered one-to-one with Ethereum all throughout, but you just don't have the liquidity to exit yet. But you can trade your STETH into ETH when the actual withdrawals go live with the Shanghai update. So if you have Ethereum on Celsius, what you can expect is after the Shanghai update comes, then maybe Celsius could actually reopen the withdrawals again, because they can finally exit their STETH positions. So right now, let's actually calculate. They had 27% and 10% of that. So basically, Celsius network has 2.7% of all voting, all staked Ethereum in the world. 2.7%, and they are stuck somewhere in the bankruptcy filings. Anyway, that's just insane, but just a short update for you guys over at Celsius as well. I know it's just a terrible situation and I'm laughing at it, but my money is there as well. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. So that's basically that. And finally, let's actually talk a little bit more about Bitcoin, because I forgot to talk about this before when I was talking about the hash rates. So looking at the hash rates on Bitcoin, you can see that it's actually healthily moving upwards. And this is a very interesting thing, because as you know, the electricity prices in many countries, especially in Europe, have gone up, but the hash rate is still going up on Bitcoin as well. So this just shows that Bitcoin is actually quite resilient against the higher electricity prices. So that's a good thing for Bitcoin. And another reason why I'm starting to become a little bit more bullish, because this is trending upwards, meaning that more people actually have interest in it. And even though some miners are becoming unprofitable, still the hash rate is going up. So for these things, Bitcoin is looking quite interesting. And also, if we just take a look at the Ethereum 2.0 staking rate, you can see that now about 11% of all Ethereum is staked on the Ethereum 2.0 staking contracts. And if we take a look at the Bitcoin, you can see a lot of Bitcoin is now exiting exchanges as well. So this is the exchange reserves on spot exchanges. So Bitcoin is exiting spot exchanges, which in my opinion is bullish for the long-term price potential for Bitcoin. And obviously many other indicators are also showing a Bitcoin bottom. So I'm not entirely turning bullish, even though my voice might sound like it, but I'm just cautiously trying to accumulate a little bit more Bitcoin here. And then when we break out of here, I will be looking for buying opportunities, or when we actually go lower, I will be looking for extreme buying opportunities. But right now, it may be the case that Bitcoin would actually break through this and not repeat this same move it repeated before. This is my third time making this video. So I don't know if I said this already, but usually when these fractals happen, that you have a similar pattern repeating as it was repeated before, they don't repeat 100% in the same way. So it could actually mean that we break through the upside here. If that were to happen, then I would expect more bullish news and more people becoming bullish with Bitcoin again, and that would start becoming more bullish for Bitcoin as well. And also, the situation in Europe for this coming winter is probably gonna get worse. So that's another black swan event that just could, tilt Bitcoin over. So I will still have a reserve capital. At least 33% of my crypto wealth will be in stable coins, unless we see just a massive dump. Then I will be deploying that. But I'm not looking to completely spend all of my reserve capital, even though we break to the upside here, because the black swan event seems to be coming near. We don't know exactly what the black swan event will be. In my opinion, it will be Europe. issuing emergency laws and electricity. What are those? Electricity restrictions, rationing. Yeah, electricity rationing. That would cause the dump. So anyway, that's basically all I had for this. Actually, yeah. One last thing is Cosmos. I'm quite impressed with Cosmos because it has just been chucking to the upside lately. So now using my ultimate altcoin strategy, whenever the coin goes up 50%, you sell 20% of your remaining balance. So I actually sold a little bit of my Cosmos, about 20%. So I'm looking to add more and buy back if we actually drop about to $12 or lower, because in my opinion, Cosmos is one of the best layer 1 blockchains out there with the best potential. It doesn't mean that I'm right, but it's just something that I will be looking to add more into my portfolio. So I hope for a dump here so I can buy more, but if it continues to go up, then I will be looking to sell again. Just a small update on Cosmos because it has gone quite well. I was able to buy it at $10, so 50% increase is already pretty nice. I think that's it for this video. Again, if you are gonna create an account on Binance or FTX or any other exchange, you can use my referral links for a small discount, and you can consider subscribing to this YouTube channel if you like my content. And thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.